Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Before I begin, like the video, put on your notification bell so that you can know when my next video uploads. And if you like the video, come down in the comment section. Also, I'm going to need y'all to subscribe too, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Hey everybody, welcome to my review of Shaunie and Keion's Destination Wedding I Do. So we are at the last episode, which is the wedding. And we have Shaunie and Pastor Keion meeting with Pastor T.D. Jakes and his wife. They have been doing counseling, marriage counseling with the Jakes for 8 weeks now. Pastor Keion said that T.D. Jakes is his spiritual father and mentor. We find out that the Jakes are actually celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary the same weekend as Shaunie and Pastor Keion's wedding. So Pastor Keion and Shaunie are in a confessional. They said that they need somebody outside of their marriage to help them with the tools to keep their marriage fresh. And Shaunie said that they need as much tools in the box to keep their foundation of their marriage solid. Pastor Keion said he couldn't agree more. So Pastor Jakes give them an inspiration from the Bible. It says, "A man shall leave his parents' home for this cause and take up a wife, and for that they shall cleave together and become one." Pastor Jake said the becoming is the process. He proceeds to give him an illustration with the cup of ice, which he puts the ice in. He's putting the ice in. He says the ice is hard, solid, and all things you had to go through to be where you're at today. In the meantime, Pastor's wife is like, "Come on, marriage. Come on, marriage." So he said, in the long run, if you leave the ice alone, it'll eventually turn into water, which will make them one. Great analogy. So the pastor's wife bring up that, women are drawn to leadership. So Shaunie said that Pastor Keion gives her the security not to worry about those things. So were you drawn to leadership? Good question. So Pastor T.D. Jake says that the DNA to marriage is friendship. And I agree with that in any relationship. A good friendship is a solid foundation. Pastor Jake said that at the wedding there's going to be an open confession that they are friends. Shaunie in the confessional said that she appreciates these 8 weeks of counseling. It helps you understand your partner's love language, and she says she's a better woman, although she was a good woman before that, but she's a better woman after these counseling sessions. So then we have Shaunie children, the girls and the guys. They come out to rehearse how they're going to walk Shaunie down. The guys, how they're going to walk Shaunie down the aisle. So one of the sisters play Keion. She's standing at the front. The other sister is walking down with the brothers, and they rehearse how they're going to take Shaunie down the aisle. This was a cute scene. So Shaunie finally meets with her stylist, Eric Archibald, to see her dress. She's hoping that it's the dress she picked and not a backup dress. He pulls out the dress, and it is the dress that she chose. So Pastor Keion and Shaunie decide to meet. Pastor Keion said he was inspired by the counseling sessions, which are not just supposed to end. They're supposed to inspire them to do new things to keep their marriage going. So he has this glass box with questions about love, and they're going to answer the questions. So we found out that neither of them wanted to be married again, and they decided that they were the right persons for each other. The next question was about trust. Keion said he found out he could trust Shaunie when he went through a terrible divorce, and he told her things that she never threw back in his face. And I think Shaunie's was when her father passed away, he made sure to be there for her. So they have a beach party, another activity for the guests to keep them occupied. And after the beach party, they went to the wedding rehearsal where the boys, of course, was acting up and being silly. But they got through the wedding rehearsal. At the wedding rehearsal, Pastor Keion thanks his brother for being there for him through his dark times of his divorce. And we find out that it was his brother that had him go talk to Shaunie. So it's the day of the wedding. Pastor Keion is getting his hair cut by his brother-in-law. He said in his confessionals that he hoped that people see that people who are brokenhearted, that there is hope, and that him and Shaunie are a living testament for people. He says that marriage is a journey and that the person in front of you is more important than what happened in the past. So Shaunie's getting prepared for the wedding. She's there with her daughter. She's excited for Keion to see her in a dress. She's overwhelmed, but it's exciting at the same time. She shares moments with her daughters, taking pictures, and she said this is a moment that they'll never forget. So we're at the wedding. Yolanda Adams sings Shaunie down the aisle. Her sons walk her down the aisle from the youngest to the middle to the oldest. And Pastor Keion is walked down the aisle by T.D. Jakes. They get to this was the shortest TV ceremony I ever seen, but I guess they didn't want to show some parts like their vows or whatever, which is cool. He prays over them, and the wedding is over. They are now Mr. and Mrs. Henderson. So I inserted this picture. I thought it was so cute. It just reminded me of Love and Basketball, which is one of my favorite movies. And Sanaa Lathan put on a dress for the first time, and she didn't know how to sit in a dress. Shaunie's daughter, the one that played ball, just reminded me of that. That just came to mind when I saw that. So they're at the reception. They show Shaunie and Pastor Keion doing their first dance. They made sure to have an 11:11 all over the place so we can be reminded of their candle business, which is nothing wrong with that. Promotion. They thank everybody for coming to the wedding. Look who Evelyn's standing next to. And he, after Pastor Keion is married now, he can't wait to introduce her to the church as Mrs. Henderson. Back in Houston, Shaunie and Pastor Keion are welcome as the Hendersons. They get a warm welcome from the church. They thank the congregation for their support and their prayers. Pastor Keion says out publicly that he loves Shaunie. He adores Shaunie. Shaunie says she can appreciate that coming from him. Shaunie thanks the congregation for being supportive and says that it's not an easy space to step into as First Lady. So she appreciates their support. Shaunie says she's going to do her best to figure out what it is that she can do to support the church. And both said that they're going to walk this journey together. There you have it. The Hendersons, Shaunie and Keion are married now. That's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you to my new subscribers. Would you watch this show if they had a series come out? Peace, everyone.